This is why Shotti will serve life in prison.
You online.
Why are you causing all these problems for yourself, sir?
I don't cause no problem, man. You know what I'm saying? I address them. That's me.
Day 3 is done in Tekashi 6ix9ine's testimony in federal court, and he's been spilling all the beans. And one person he really sold under the bus is his former music manager, Kefano Jordan, better known as Shotti. Welcome to Lime Report. Thanks so much for tuning in. Today we're talking more about Tekashi 6ix9ine, but we're going to focus on Shotti more than anyone else. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment keyword Shotti for a chance at our $100 Amazon gift card giveaway. If you're not all caught up on the Tekashi 6ix9ine legal drama, be sure to go and watch all of our other videos on the subject. You can find their links in the video description below. Now, without further delay, let's get into who Shotti is and exactly why he's been sent to prison. Nearly the entire crew that Tekashi ran with was arrested in November of 2018 on federal racketeering charges, covering everything from frequent gang violence to peddling narcotics and extortion. There were 11 arrests, and months later, only 2 are standing trial because the others have reached plea deals. When Shotti learned there was a federal warrant out for his arrest, he actually turned himself in. That was probably the right call, since it's never a good idea to run from the feds. They always seem to catch up one way or another. Shotti is the CEO of Trey Entertainment, and until fairly recently, he was Tekashi's music manager. The two apparently got into a major disagreement after an incident in Texas that cost Tekashi somewhere between $10,000 and $15,000 cash. The incident occurred when Tekashi, Shotti, and one other person with heavy associations to their criminal association, the Trey 9 Gangsta Bloods. The 3 showed up to a venue in Houston to perform at an incredibly expensive birthday party, but they were denied entry. Apparently, it had to do with their criminal connections. It was reported that the reason they were denied entry to the venue, and by denied entry, we mean they were literally stopped at the door by the security team, was because they didn't check in with the Houston branch of the Bloods before touching down in Texas. The rapper who was behind Tekashi's stoppage at the door was J. Prince Jr. Prince got on social media after the event, writing, "First off, 6ix9ine, don't think that you can go to other people's city and not show them the proper respect that's due. We've earned that and demand it. Although I might not condone in a bunch of the moves you've made, I don't know you, and I know that you're young and new to this, so you have a lot of learning to do. But not for 1 second do you get it misunderstood that you can get away with the disrespect in my city the way you've shown in others. We won't tolerate it. Make your next move your best move." Tekashi fired back with his own post, writing, "Y'all live off your father's name. I made my own. I literally come to everyone's city when y'all say don't come. Pull an everybody card. Y'all stay in y'all hometown. I talk bleep from New York all the way to your city. I move around." After they were denied entry, they went back to their hotel rooms, where there was an alleged argument about the $15,000 the team was no longer going to be paid. This was a big deal for their small subset of the Bloods due to Tekashi's important role as a moneymaker for the team. Tekashi used his rap career to generate millions of dollars that he poured into the 9 Trey Gangstas. They used that money to commit further crimes, including narcotics trafficking, but a good amount of it just went into their pockets, almost like a tax on Tekashi's criminal appearance and connections. A lot of things have been said about how Tekashi 6ix9ine was not really a thug or a gangster, and that he hung around the 9 Trey Bloods to boost his rap image and gain musical success. If that was his intention, then it worked pretty well, but we'll get into that a little bit later. For now, let's get back to Shotti. Apparently, Shotti was blamed for the money not coming in from the Houston show, and it cost him a lot of cred within the organization. The money seemed to become a serious issue and began to spark arguments between 6ix9ine and the rest of his crew, Shotti included. Then a few months later, the infamous incident at the Barclays Center occurred in New York. While attending a boxing match, Tekashi ran into his current rival, Casanova. The 2 crews got into a physical altercation, shoving and yelling at each other. Then, a member of Tekashi's crew let off a gunshot into the air, reportedly a .38 caliber. Nobody was hurt, and no arrests were made immediately following the incident. Tekashi mentioned the incident at a concert later, screaming out to the packed crowd, "Shout out, Casanova, we bleep that bleeps bleep." Tekashi was later banned from performing at the Barclays Center, despite being scheduled to perform during the main boxing event. But while he was testifying in court this week, Tekashi told a different story, but it implicated Shotti in the gunshot that went off. Tekashi 6ix9ine said, "We're in a tunnel, the door's open, and 30 of Casanova's people come rushing at us. 6 or 7 of us. They were trying to get to me, but I made my way to the back. Shotti told Fukan Lovick to pull out the gun and shoot it. The weapon was reportedly a .38 caliber sidearm, and the shot went into the air, not causing any harm to any person present. However, just hours before the event at Barclays Center, Shotti was involved in another event that got mentioned in the trial, also involving firearms, and these charges are the ones that landed him in prison. Shotti pled guilty back in July of this year. The charges he admitted to were, according to court documents, using and possessing a firearm in furtherance of a crime of violence and discharging a firearm in furtherance of a crime of violence. Tekashi described the incident play-by-play style in his testimony. We're going to quote it in full for you now so you get the same picture as the jury. Tekashi said, "I went to the bank, bought some clothing, got some food at a Spanish restaurant. I was getting ready for performance at Barclays Center. Two guys are harassing me. Jorge is driving my Suburban. They pull up parallel, recording, mocking me. So Shotti pulls out a gun, opens their door, and pistol whips them. We're telling Shotti to chill. It's a main street, Graham Avenue. The guy says, 'Come to Gates and Garvey.' We drive away. There's a garbage truck. We get caught behind it. Shotti cocks the gun and says, 'These bleeps think I'm playing?' He runs toward the car. It goes into reverse. Shotti gets on one knee and starts firing off. The attorney then asked, 'What happened then?' Tekashi answered, 'We went back to Kingston. Then later that night I had a performance at the Barclays Center, the main event fight. Adrian Broner against some other guy. I don't remember his name.' He then goes on to describe the altercation with Casanova's crew. A little while after the dramatic night that Tekashi described, the financial disputes finally came to their head with 69's kidnapping and robbery at the hands of his former friends. Although Shotti wasn't expressly involved with this incident until after, it was the catalyst for him being fired, although it also shows the music executive in a different light. Tekashi described the event saying, "We stop at intersection of Atlantic Avenue and Bedford by the shelter. We get hit from behind. Jorge tells me, 'Don't get out of the car. I'll let them go on their way,' assuming it was someone bleep. Jorge gets out of the car. He takes longer than usual. I see a guy running up with a gun. I could have tried to lock the door, but it was too late. The person who ran up was Harv's friend. He's like, 'Shut the bleep up, get out the car.' Harv was there too, wearing a red hoodie. I was telling him, 'Bro, I put money in your pocket. I did right by you.' I was tired of being extorted. Harv goes in the car and takes my book bag with my laptop. They tell me to get in the car that bumped me. Harv gets in the driver's seat. We drive like a minute. Then Harv stops and gets out, running with the gun back to Jorge, who's following us. Jorge puts it in reverse. Harv says, 'We can just do this end right here. No one will ever know. This is a stolen vehicle.' Harv asked, 'What are you exchanging for your life?' I say, 'Stay with me till the morning.' Tekashi then offered him $100,000 when the banks opened. However, he says that Harv replied, 'What you got right now?' Tekashi continued his testimony by saying, 'We came to an agreement if I gave them my jewelry, they would let me go. They grabbed the jewelry. I was expecting to be let out of the car, but Harv just kept driving. They let me out right behind the Smurf village. Harv said, 'Get out the car.' I said, 'No, if I get out, you're gonna shoot me in my back.' Harv said, 'Get the bleep out of the car.' So I ran, I took the first left I could, I jumped in the back seat of a car. The guy said, 'Get the bleep out of my car.' I said, 'Bro, you need to relax at this point, just drive.' After Harv drove away, I told the guy to drop me at the precinct by Quincy. I asked for medical assistance. I went to Kings County Hospital. Shotti got me discharged. He took me to somewhere in Long Island, a hospital, CAT scan, concussion medication. Later at 31 Kingston, I told Mel Murda what had happened. Shotti brought a big assault rifle. He said he was going to go spin the block, looking to harm Harv. It seemed like Shotti really had Tekashi's back, at least more so than any of his other friends, but soon after, Tekashi fired his entire team, including Shotti, in a single day, trying to disassociate from the 9 Trey gangsters. He said in a media interview that the only things that scared him were God and the FBI. It seems at least the second fear was founded in reality, because a few days after he fired his team, he was arrested along with the rest of the team. Tekashi turned a federal witness within 24 hours of being arrested. Shotti reached a plea deal this past July, months after his arrest, and was recently sentenced to 15 years in federal prison. But once you're incarcerated, especially if you're still hanging around the prison subsets of the Bloods, then it's extremely easy to stay incarcerated, possibly for life. What are your thoughts about all of this? Do you think Shotti deserves to be sold out by Tekashi? Or do you think he deserves his prison sentence for his involvement in 2 potentially lethal incidents in a single day? Let us know all your thoughts in the comments section below. We'd really love to hear them. Thanks so much for joining us and for watching all the way through to the end. It really means a lot. This has been Lime Report, talking about Tekashi 6ix9ine and his former manager Shotti. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and comment keyword Shotti for a chance at our $100 Amazon gift card giveaway. Make sure to hit that notification bell so you never miss an update on the news that matters most to you. Once again, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you here next time on Lime Report.
Yo, hey, hold on. By the way, I will give you an introduction because some of y'all might be new to it.
Show that chairman, you booked him. You the one that gotta pay him, right? Are you gonna make sure your main event is safe? Like that's me. Like, you know what I'm saying? I always in school used to get expelled for fighting.